All right, so let's look at the calendar here. Today is Wednesday, SAT school day, so I hope you guys survived the SAT, or at least survived it because you're here. Hope you did well on it. We're kind of new with the new information for this unit. From here on, there's a couple more things that will combine some algebra with the stuff that we're doing, and then it's practice, practice, practice. And so even in Schoology, especially for you guys at home, I put Friday, Monday, and Tuesday all in one folder because it's all review. And so I mean, more solving equations, review. It's after today especially, it's just review. So we get several days to catch up, catch our breath, make sure we're good. And then we'll have the 2-day test on next Wednesday, Thursday. Friday's a catch-up day. Make sure you get everything in if you haven't gotten it in already. You guys online, you've got some stuff to turn in, some of you. Because if it's not in by then, it doesn't, it just goes in as a 0, and that does not help. So, looking ahead, like after today, it's just more practice. So we'll do review and we'll spend time working problems together. In fact, after today, the rest of the unit, I won't be given any notes. We'll just work some off the worksheet together, and then you'll have time to work on them. And then we'll do warm-ups, and we'll just repeat that however many days are left. And hopefully, by the time the test gets here, you'll be really good on, the rules about sine and cosine and tangent. Let's do, speaking of combining algebra with trig, let's make sure we can do the algebra part before we combine it with trig. So the algebra part today is factoring. So let's solve those by factoring. So you guys are at home, press pause, give those a go. When you are ready, press play, and we will go over them. You get it to there by factoring. Most of you don't show the next step because you don't need to show the next step. You know it's x equals 3 and x equals 2, and big deal. And you don't need to show it, and that's fine. Today it might be helpful. So I'm going to put in this extra step that I know you don't show, and I'm okay with that, but reminding you of that step might help today. So you set each factor equal to 0, and then solve from there. So x equals 3, x equals 2. Again, that step you don't often show, but you might want to show it today. You might not even need to show it today, but some people it's helpful. Number 2, solve by factoring. So you're not allowed to just divide by x and get x equals 2, although that is one of the answers. So let's move the 2x over. And then do you remember the name for what kind of factoring this is? It usually goes by some initials. If we factor out an x, that's a greatest common factor. And then, again, set each term equal to 0, so x equals 0 and x equals 2. Sometimes people forget the x equals 0 one. And then lastly, a difference of squareds. Look like most of you remember this one. So x equals 4 and x equals -4. So no big deal, hopefully. Hopefully it was easy or just a reminder of factoring. But we'll use that skill today and add trig onto the end of the problem.